Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we are from Group 5 are going to present our project called Collect Assignment Management Application using Priority Queue Data Structure. And for our member, we have Fatoni Adam Ilyasa, Muhammad Zidane Al-Ghifari, Dafa Ahmad Raditya, Yanuar Wirasaputra, and Ahmad Safa Anafi. Okay, we going to the material. What is queue data structure? In data structure, a queue is a linear data structure that follows the first in, first out principle. This means that the element added first to the queue will be first one to be removed, much like a line of people waiting for service. The key characteristic of the queue data structure is the first is enqueue, adding an element to the end of the queue, and then there's a dequeue, removing an element from the front of the queue. And then there's a front, the element at the front of the queue ready to be dequeued. And then the last is rear, the last element in the queue where new elements are added. And this is the example of the queue. So we input the last element and then we remove the first element. That is the first in and first out principle. And next will be presented by.
Me.
All right.
Okay, this slide is talk about FIFO principle of queue. A queue is like a line waiting to purchase tickets, where the first person in line is the first person served, like first come, first serve. Position of the entry in a queue ready to be served. That is, the first entry that will be removed from the queue is called the front of the queue, or sometimes head of the queue. Similarly, the position of the last entry in the queue, that is, the one most recently added, is called the rear, or the tail of the queue. For the example, you can see the picture about FIFO principle. It's covered by NQ, rear, front, and the queue. Next. What is priority queue? A priority queue is a type of queue that arranges elements based on their priority values. Each element has a priority associated. When we add an item, it is inserted in a position based on its priority. Elements with higher priority are typically retrieved or removed before elements with lower priority. Binary heap. Binary heap is the most common method to implement a priority queue. In binary heaps, we have easy access to the min in min heap or max in max heap. And binary heap, being a complete binary tree, are easily implemented using arrays. Since we use arrays, we have cache friendliness advanced also. Maybe someone can explain this.
So there are two types of priority queue. The first one is ascending order priority queue, and the second one is descending order priority queue. Next. So the ascending order priority queue is in this queue, elements with lower values have higher priority. For example, with elements 4, 6, 8, 9, and 10, 4 will be dequeued first since it has the smallest value, and the dequeue operation will return 4. And the descending order priority queue is elements with higher values have higher priority. The root of the heap is the highest element, and it is dequeued first. The queue adjusts by maintaining the heap property after each insertion or deletion. Next. Next will be presented
Okay,
by
and
Ahmad
next,
Jafar.
yeah, okay, and next I will tell about the application that we made. The application that we will create is a collect assignment management application using a priority queue data structure, where this application is very helpful in managing assignments. This application is created with the aim of helping us organize and manage various daily tasks, especially when we have a lot of work with different deadlines and varying levels of difficulty. By utilizing the priority queue data structure, this application will automatically compile a list of tasks based on the highest priority, namely tasks with the closest deadline and the lowest level of difficulty. This makes the task management process more efficient and organized. Next, the input, process, and output. In the input, the user enters the task name, task deadline, and difficulty level. For the difficulty level, it is calculated based on how many parts of the task will we work on. In the process, all things that have been entered into the program will be done by priority queue. Tasks will be sorted based on deadline priority, from the closest deadline to no deadline at all. Then will be sorted again based on task difficulty priority, calculated from the easiest to the most difficult or tasks that have many parts. And the output, after inputting a task, the program will display a list of tasks that must be completed first. Users can pin the most important task for reminders. And the next slide will be presented by Dava Ahmad.
Yes. Next is what is the purpose? Purpose is building an application that can organize and process tasks based on priority levels using a priority queue data structure to help users manage their time and workload more efficiently. But why? Studies by Forge 2008 and Sun and Kim 2022 found that tasks with different deadlines and varying level of complexity were often delayed, especially collaborative tasks due to unclear task priorities. Next, data. Data is based on a survey of 101 university students at Universitas Negeri Medan, Pahlavi et al. 2025. First, more than 57 of students admit to postponing a segment until right before the deadline. Nearly 42 report experience stress due to poor task management. And the last 79 regret that every deadlines helps them stay on track, but said it's not enough to determine the order effectively.
Okay, this is the demonstration of our project. There is a main menu view of our application, and then there is a list that says tambah tugas or adding a task, lihat daftar tugas or view the task list, or lihat detail tugas or view the detail of the task, and then proses tugas ke depan or proceed the first task. Okay, the first we are going to add some tasks. We press 1 and then we input the task name. Example, SDA. And then we input the deadline. Okay. And then there is a menu that says tambah subtugas or adding a subtask. And then there is a menu says selesai or finish. We want to input the subtask. So we press 1. The subtask is PowerPoint. And then we input the difficulty of the task. Okay, we can add more subtasks or we can just finish this. Then we put another task. Example, and then we input the deadline. And then we don't have any subtask, so we just press finish. And then we input another task. And then the deadline. There is a subtask in this task, so we must input it. Okay, we already input our task, so we can output the task list by pressing 2 in this main menu. And then there is our task. There are our tasks. There is Pancasila, SDA, and PSI. And our priority queue is detect the shortest deadline, and then the subtask, and then the average difficulties. And we want to see the detail of the task. We press 3. Okay, this is the detail, so we press the number of our task. The detail is nama tugas or name of the task is SDA. Deadline is 6 July 2025. And then the value of the subtugas is 1. And the total of difficulty is 2. The difficulty is 2. And then there is a subtask. It's a PowerPoint. The difficulty is 2. And then we want to proceed the first task. We press 4. And there it is. We pin the first task to ask for doing the task. And after we finish, we press 5 to finish. Okay. So that's it for our project. The conclusion is the priority queue based task management application is an effective solution to help students manage complex assignment with varying deadlines. By automatically sorting tasks based on urgency and difficulty, the system helps users focus on what matters most, improving productivity and reducing delays. This implementation proves that data structures like priority queues can be practically applied to solve real academic problems, and it opens up opportunities for future development into mobile apps, calendar integration, and collaborative project tools. And that's it for our project. We are from group 3. I hope you guys understand. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.